Hi, I'm Greg Essenlohr with Otis Technology. We're at the range today to review the new Walther PDP firearm. Looks like they did some cool stuff with it. I see they got a new trigger, different serrations. We're gonna throw some rounds down range and see how it works. Let's go shoot. You may be familiar with Walther from the old James Bond films with the PPK firearm. This is Walther's brand new edition. It's the PDP line. It is a modular, semi-automatic firearm. Walther came a long ways with this. They made a lot of upgrades from the serrations in the slide itself. They're all optics ready. So you remove this and then they'll give you a plate to add your, whether it be an RMR or another manufacturer of red dot. They did a fine job on the grip. It has little indents here for your fingers. There's a little positive loop right here for your pinky. It's got a higher beaver tail in the back. Serrations on the front of the trigger guard. And then the trigger itself. I like this trigger a lot. It seems to have a very short travel, as well as when you go for your follow-up shots, the reset is very audible and tactile. So a very fine lineup. Here we have different configurations of the PDP, all in 9mm. We have compact slides, compact short slides, compact long slides, full-size long slides, and full-size short slides. So the nice thing is we have a compact frame here with a short slide. I can take this off and move to a full-size frame. Now the difference is obviously on my dust cover here on the bottom of the frame. But I can then take that slide from the compact frame and put it onto my full-size frame. Again, you're gonna have a difference here in your dust cover, but mechanically the firearm still operates the way it should. So the one thing that I really enjoy about this pistol and that I noticed at the range was the balance of the firearm. You know, some firearms will either be top heavy or rear heavy. This one seems very well balanced. I think Walther did a very good job with that. And to kind of backtrack a little bit, you know, I have a plethora of firearms here, and it's, you know, different size grips or frames, excuse me, and then slides. You know, some of the reasons that you want to choose between a compact frame or a full-size frame is, are you going to conceal carry the firearm? Is it mainly for target practice? Are you hunting with it? You know, the difference in a long slide is your sight radius. You know, longer sight radius is kind of like a rifle or more inherently accurate, granted the length of the barrel, but more distance between the sights is a more inherently accurate firearm. So the next thing I'd be thinking about after coming back from the range is cleaning this firearm. So what we're gonna do here, and you can refer to your Walther owner's manual, but make sure the firearm is unloaded. So I'm gonna check, make sure it's unloaded. I'm gonna close my slide. I'm gonna point the pistol in a safe direction. I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna release the slide. I'm gonna put the frame away for now, but there's a few things in here that you need to maintain. I'm gonna pull out that first. I'm gonna pull out my barrel. But anywhere that you see bare metal is gonna be metal on metal touching. So we're gonna wanna, clean that out a little bit, get the excess debris. You'll find some brass in there, some carbon, things like that to pull out to make sure that the firearm runs flawlessly. I'm gonna set that to the side a little bit. Another key point to pick up on here is the feed ramp. Those will, and I'm not sure if you can see that on that camera, but those will actually build up with carbon over time. That can cause deflection when you're loading. Once you clean that up, it should almost have a mirror-like image. I have a universal pistol kit here from Otis that I'm gonna use to clean this. So I'm gonna clean in the traditional way. I'm gonna use our 3-inch patch. I'm gonna take a pinch on the patch, and for more information on how to tie the patches, please visit our website or our YouTube channel for more videos on that. I'm gonna use a little bit of our FP10 lubricant, cleaner lubricant preservative. You don't need a lot, just around the tip. We're gonna clean from breech to muzzle, and when I say breech to muzzle, this is your breech where your ammunition loads from, your muzzle's here. So we wanna clean in the same direction as that bullet. You can see the carbon and stuff that's coming off from that. Now, what we normally do now is go patch, wet patch, brush, dry patch. So I'm gonna apply my 9mm brush to my cable. Again, going from breech to muzzle. I'm gonna pull that through a couple times. Now that CLP I put in there beforehand is gonna break up a lot of that fouling. Now I'm gonna change my patch to another slot that isn't lubricated, because you can use these patches up to 6 times. 3 on the holes and then flip it over, you can use it again. So now I'm gonna put a dry patch through, again, breech to muzzle. And you can repeat this process as much as necessary, but you can see I'm still pulling out a lot. So I would then go again, wet patch, brush, dry patch until that comes clean. For the purposes of this video, I'm gonna stop there. Now on my slide, what I'd like to do is either A, use my patch again and kind of mop out whatever's in that slide, the debris. And you can see the fouling that comes out of that slide. Now, on the inside of the slide, I like to apply a little bit of our CLP where the rails run. You don't need a lot. Remember that moisture attracts debris. Anywhere that looks like worn metal, I put a little bit on. You don't need a lot there. Kind of rub that in with my finger. You can use a patch or a brush. The top of the slide here, you can see where the barrel rubs. You can put a little bit on there as well. Again, just rub it in with your finger a little bit. You can use a patch to wipe out the excess. And then on the frame itself, there's only a few friction points on this. Right here where it reacts with the slide. And then I'm going to reassemble my firearm. And that's about it. Now for more in-depth details on how to properly maintain your Walther, I ask you to please refer to your Walther owner's manual. You can get into breaking down, the firing pin and that kind of stuff for more thorough cleaning. So to recap, in my personal opinion, I think Walther did a very fine job on the PDP line of pistols. Between the modularity of the different frames, the different slides, being optics ready, the serrations in the slide give you that very positive feel. The stippling on the grip, it gives you a very sure grip on the firearm. You feel like you are in control. The swell in the back strap is very nice. The trigger, what I noticed earlier at the range was the travel on it is very short and the reset is even shorter, but it's audible and you can actually feel it. Overall, I think Walther did a fine job on this. So if you've been looking at the Walther PDP, in my own personal opinion, I think it's a very fine firearm. If you like our content, please like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.